Bingo, bango, pickly mango. All right, listen, people, it's super important stuff. I'm doing this live thing to kind of walk you through Ecamm. I want to make sure that everybody's getting Ecamm. I noticed in our call this morning, I want to make sure that everybody's getting Ecamm. I noticed in our call this morning.
1 second. I got it.
Bingo. I want to make sure that everybody's getting
Do that
Ecamm.
real quick.
I noticed in our call this
1
morning.
second. All right,
I
there
got
we
it.
go. There you
Bingo.
go.
I want to make sure that everybody's
That
getting
should fix
Ecamm.
that
I
quick.
noticed in our call this morning.
There we go. All right.
So it turns out when you do this, you got to make sure that you don't do what I just did. Let me see if it went away yet. Turns out, oh, I know why. I got the stream open. So if you want to know what I just did, I'll show you. Because this is something that you will probably do yourself. I want to make sure that you don't mess this up. I have this tab open, and you can't have this tab open. You got to mute that tab or close it, because what happens is it's playing twice, and then now it's not doing that. But if I turn this volume up, the tab or close, you'll hear it. You know what I mean? So when you're doing your recordings, make sure you don't have your YouTube tab open, because that's going to cause big trouble. That's going to cause a big trouble. Anyway, so what's funny about this whole setup is I'm doing this using a brand new blank profile. The reason why I wanted to do this, because on my profile, I have so many things already set up. I got close to 3,000 streams in that profile, so it just works. And oftentimes, as I'm going through and showing people this, I forget how things are just automatic and sort of semi-beautiful. So I figured I would come in here and do some while it's semi-jacked up and then see what happens, and we'll go from scratch. Okay, so starting out, this is your Ecamm window. Now yours might look a little bit different from me. I don't even remember what the factory layout looks like. Can I put it all back? Is that a possibility? What if I do this? Okay, that's what it looks like. When you first start out, your layout is going to look a little wee bit like this, right? Let me close Surfshark. We don't need to do that. All right, I can't even begin to breathe like this. This hurts my feelings. But I want you to know that you can move every one of these windows any which way you want. So you are not actually stuck with the way that we put it out of the box. Don't press that by accident, right? So your window is going to do what they want to do. Also, this particular monitor is I don't even remember, 2550 by 1440. So it's also a little bit different. Like if you're starting out with a 1920 by 1080 monitor, you're going to have a different look. So if I click back on Ecamm and then I do arrange all windows, I'm just going to get this layout. This is nowhere near my layout. So let me go ahead and show you how I arrange my stuff. And again, you can arrange your stuff however you wish. First things first, I know that I'm half blind. So I take this guy and I make it sort of huge magnets, right? So you can grab the edge and then biggin it to your liking. I like it about X big, right? I leave it that big because I need to see what the hang I'm doing. The second thing I do, let me leave these over here for a second. I'm just going to make a mess while I fix this. I put my scenes where I can see them because that's where you're going to do most of your work, right? Then I put my overlays right here because that's where I'm going to do a lot of work. And then I biggin them about big, about like that. And then now we're good to go. Now, the next most important thing to me is the camera switcher, because I have multiple cameras. You may not, so you might not need this, but I do, so I do. So I rock it about like X, and then biggin it to about like such, and then bingo. So there's all my cameras. Now, here's my favorite. I'm trying to read y'all's comment, and I can't see none of that because I'm blind. So I take this guy and I am bigging it like that. Like I make it real big so then I can see, because, I can't see. I put my sound levels about cha. Let's go comment when you're just a half a second too big. You don't have to get this crazy about it. This is just me. I am a, let's just call it I don't know about neat freak is the right word, but I need things to have a certain je ne sais quoi, right? So I'm gonna put this here. And so now I can see my sound levels. I got my sound effects. I do sometimes let them slightly overlap because I don't always have, you know, the system audio thing there. It disappears at times. I put my Zoom window right here. I put my interview window sort of like right here. And then we're good. Now we're cooking with Pam, right? Everything is everything. I don't really have to worry too much. I don't got to press any buttons. And then now I am gravy. So this is how yours is going to look. Okay. Again, you can pick your style of your design. As a matter of fact, oftentimes in the Ecamm group, I ask people to show how they have their layout because their layout is, everybody's layout is different. You lay it out how you lay it out. I am forever working cameras. So I need my camera switcher right there. I am forever in and out of various scenes. And I am also forever using the comments. Most of these things over here, these are like click once and forget. When I get to my sound effects, which I'll show you real quick because I'm going to stick in the sound effect. Let me go and grab one. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. La la la. Okay. Let me hit this. Hit the search box. I got my computer doing a little quick searchy search. And actually, I'll show you even better. I'll take you one step further. I will show you how I have my little assets folder. So you can make this yourself. The way I break it down is when I'm in Ecamm, I have a folder. This is very important. This folder does not live on the cloud. This folder needs to live on your computer because if it's on the cloud and the assets gets uploaded, then you're just in trouble. So I make a folder. Like here, let's just make a brand new one. Let's just make a new one. Boom. And we're going to call this Cap Show. We're going to call it that. All right. So in my Cap Show folder here, I'm going to walk you through these. This is not Ecamm directly, but trust me, if you do this, this will make your life so much simpler. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a new folder. Boom. Bam. I'm going to need another new folder for backgrounds. Then I'm going to need a new folder for fonts. Then I'm going to need a folder for images. You can just throw everything in here. You don't have to be like me. I am a Virgo, so must be neat. I would make one for movies. You should learn how to spell. Oh, God, come on. Come on. Come on, player. There we go. I can say I could type. I'm really good at the streaming stuff, though. If I use PDFs, I'll put them here because sometimes I share them on screen. Let's see what else I put. I put my profiles in here. Boom. Then I make another one for my scenes. And then I make another one for sound effects. Boom. And then I make one for music. And then lastly, if I have any URLs or things that I share, I'll put that there here. Now I have a folder where I keep all of my things, right? So one of the first things I want to do is I want to grab a sound effect that I am going to use. Boom. Ba, ba, ba. And I'll also grab my, let me undo that. I'm going to copy these. I'm going to grab my sound effect and I'm going to also grab my Pokemon sound effect, right? So what I'm going to do is pick these guys up, drop them in the sound effects folder, because that way they're nice and clean. And then if I want to use it in Ecamm, I could just drag it into the sound effects box and I'll put this one in the sound effects box. And then I'll click on this little gearbox down here. Don't do that. Let's embiggen this. Oh, wrong profile. I don't have my embiggening profile set up. Hold on. Bingo. There we go. So I'm going to add a hotkey to this. Hit a P. And on this one, I'm going to add a hotkey. Hit a R. All right. So now I can always go. Or I can go
DJ Doc Rock. DJ Doc Rock.
So you see what I'm saying? So that's why I keep this folder with all my assets in it, so then I can just get down when I get down, right? Now, for this challenge, I got this background here, right? Boom. This is the background that we're using. I want this background to be in my show. I do not wish to have to look for it. So number one, I'm going to drag it into showing the background, but that's okay. But number two, I'm going to open up this, and inside backgrounds, I am going to put that in here. Bam. Now, I also need to get in my images, and I'm going to need some 21 Day Challenge logos. Let's drop those in there. I need the week 1 theme graphic, which we're going to talk about. I need the prizes for the badges. I'm going to drop that in there. Right. And then I need this slide. So I keep all my slides and things in here. So as I go to build the scene, I know where my stuff's at. I don't have to look. You know what I'm saying? It is where it's supposed to be. It's like, where you going to be? I'm going to be where I'm at. Right. So I keep my stuff clean because you know what it is. Keep it clean, though. It's like when you got those rims and they only 21s, they're only 10s, but I keep them clean, though. I'll throw in an Ecamm logo just in case I might need that. And we're giving away an OBSBot prize, so I'll throw in an OBSBot logo because I might need that. And then I'll hit up I hit up Deej and Bonnet and make sure that I get a capture logo. Look, I'll even throw in a little Shaka logo, right? Because sometimes I'm going to go and throw a Shaka. You know what I mean? So like if I want to show you some love, I could take this and boom, I can hit my little pencil there and I got it. Everything looks good there. Let's give it just a wee bit of perspective. Call it that. And then it's here in the top. I'm going to call this Shaka. Boom. And then I'm going to put this on the hotkey, right? And I'm going to put the S. Okay. So now what I can do is if I'm in the middle of something and then you say something cool, like, boom, aloha docs, thanks for doing this, bam, I just hit Jerome with the Shaka because Jerome's my homie. He lives in Hawaii too. You see what I'm saying? Wait, I was having issue. I created a seat so I only play a video, but at time break show different things before video play. That didn't make sense. Let's try that again. Take your time. Type it again. I didn't understand that. If somebody else understands it, answer that question. I didn't get it. Now, also, please, people, you'll see why we're so crazy about throwing the cues in front of your questions. I'll show you why. Because in Ecamm, I can come here and I can go Q:, and then I can check, and then I can just see that, and then I can press a thing. You know what I mean? So if you want to make sure that we do not miss your question, make sure you do that. Now, in the meantime, I want to do something real quick. I'm going to go into preferences. I'm going to turn off automatically hide the comment. And then I'm going to prettify Andy's comment because I need to be able to see better. All right. So I'm going to take this portion right here and I'm going to embiggen it. And then I'm going to use my fonts. No, not that one. This one. So that I can, my brain just reads it. You know what I mean? My brain knows what to do when I see this. And then I'll take this one and I'll pick that. And then I'm going to go bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. That'll make my life easier. Now I can see, the comment when they come through. Then I'm going to go back here, bingo, and put back on my 15 seconds. So I don't have to stare at Andy's comment this whole time. Boom. Okay, Tara wants to know, say, man, why did that comment just not take? I'm going to fix that. Anyway, that's driving me crazy. Tara wants to know, is there someone in Ecamm where I can click it to make the emojis chat? No, you cannot. You cannot. That is a YouTube API situation. It's not an Ecamm situation. YouTube API gives us that's the information, so that's what we display. All right, so let me do one other thing. Let me fix it. Ooh, don't do that. Wrong one. Click Ecamm, Command Option K. Bang, you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. There you go. There you go. Now let me fix this one. Edit, and yeah, that should work. Now it should work. I hope so. If not, I'll fix it later. Anyway, so there is that. Let me just check, come out of my Q questions and see if we got anything else. What's up, Dan? I see you popped in. All right, so yes. Victor says the layout, 100% Victor, because on this screen with the Mac Studio, I got a big monitor. This is the layout. When I'm on my notebook with a single monitor, I don't know how you do that. I can't stand working on a single monitor. It drives me crazy, but I have a much smaller layout, much smaller layout for that. Okay, so let's get in and let's build some things. Again, this asset folder, you can name it whatever you want. You can keep it whatever you want. I got folks in the community who keep it on a USB key so they can snatch it and go to a different machine. But the main thing is it doesn't live in the cloud, because when you run into drama, you will be completely stuck. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you why this is cool. So I'm going to go into my standard issue Ecamm folder, and I'm going to show you why this works. If I back out of here, I have this thing called Ecamm, and in here I made a folder that I called mechanicals. Sorry, I don't want that one. I have a folder called scenes. One of my scenes is called mechanicals. If I drag in this scene from my standard Ecamm show, look, it has my text boxes and styles the way I like it. So all I need to do, this is so dope about Ecamm, I can copy this and then go back to this, put that, right click and paste text style. Bam. Then I can do paste settings. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So by doing the paste the text styles, I can get a comment box that looks like the way I like it. So I'm going to copy that again. I'm going to put it back the way I had it. I don't know why I'm getting to dunge, but I'll fix that in a second. Oh, I got it. I know what I did. So I can click this, boom, and then right click and then go paste the text style. And then now it's there. And if I unembiggen this and then embiggen it, it'll work how I have it. Bam. Yes. Dude, I always use my iPad as a sidecar. Boom. I've been running around going boom after everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Everyone tells people, yo, I come with my own built-in sound effects. And I started doing that from the day I started using Ecamm. I would always put in my custom sound effects. If you guys are wondering how come I would go to this scene and come back to this scene and it would make the noise, it's because I had accidentally dragged this sound here, which puts it at the top. And that means every time this scene opens, it plays that. You can say stop it when the scene ends if it's a music file, but we do that for when we do intros and things, but I don't need that, so I'm going to stop that. Okay, so again, here cleanly inside my folders, I got this new one that we're building. This is the capsule folder. Now, here's something I'll show you. I have this thing, it's known as a Fenwick overlay, so I know how I want my face in that to be. I keep a copy of this. I am going to make a copy of that and make sure I put it in my capsule folder as well. Oh, you just messed up. There you go. I'm going to keep it here because this will make sure that my face, it goes where it goes. I always do this. If anybody wants this, I can share this with you in the group, but it is real handy just to make sure that you're putting your head where your head needs to go. Now, let's get into building, you know, for the purposes of today's challenge, this week's challenge, you don't really have to build a lot of scenes. But just in case, let's go ahead. I'm going to move this capture folder out the way just so we can see better. I'm going to give you guys the ability to rock a lower third real quick. Okay? Lord gave us 2 eyes, one for each of 32-inch monitors. Exactly. I have 32 here and a 28 here, and then this 11-inch Elgato in the middle. All right, so down here, let me show you inside the overlay section. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cheat, and instead of zooming, I'm going to do a screenshot, bingo, and then I'm going to place this here, and then I'll just embiggen it this way. See, man, you got to love the ability to move quick. Okay, so this first icon here is to bring on a new image overlay. Image overlay, you watched me do it just now. I just dragged in the image, bam, it's overlaid. So simple, right? Something you grab from the Googleverse, bam, so simple. Any type of image that you might have that you want to just show off, boom. I had a comment from Rich the other day. Bam, I could just drag it in here. So this is really cool about Ecamm is you can just drag and drop images. They just work. Something that I just introduced Marshall to the other day, he kind of found out by himself, and then he asked a question, and I wanted to show. For images, we support round about anything, okay? But one of the ones that often goes forgotten is that we do support the dragging in of an SVG file. So if you have, let me see if I can find one that's not too cray-cray. Here, this is weird, but let me just drop it anyway. Here's an SVG file for a shirt that I was wearing the other day because I made my shirt. Bingo. So yeah, you can drag in an SVG file. All of this works. Okay. If you run into something where you get a GIF that doesn't play properly, because we do accept animated GIFs, if you get one that doesn't play properly, I would say go to easygif.com, upload that GIF, and just double check it. Sometimes they do break. They are not flawless. They get a little out of hand. And then there's that. Let me see. I don't really have any GIFs at the moment, but we're going to leave that. The next one is for animations. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a really cool butt animation. Okay, so I'm going to drag this animation. That was dumb. What I did, when I dragged this in, I let it go and it switched to movie mode. What I want to do is drag it in the overlay window on the top so it turns into an overlay, because this is what I want you to see. If you add an animated overlay, it will work. However, it won't have any sound. Okay, this particular clip doesn't have sound, so no biggie. But the reason why I wanted it to be an overlay is so that I can adjust it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to click on the pencil right there. Everything in Ecamm, there's a pencil on the left side that you use to edit. Under the pencil, I'm going to come down to blend mode and say green screen. Oh my God. Oh! Did you see that? Did you see that? How crazy is that? Now I'm going to click where'd I go? Oh, right here on this guy in the middle, there's a little tip. Click it, and then I'm going to say loop. We want it to loop, right? And then when it's finished, yeah, we'll leave it at loop, and we're going to start from the beginning. So autoplay, start from the beginning, loop. Bingo. Now, Katie pointed out that when you go to play a movie, it will mute your microphone. That is a preference. You have an option that when you're playing the movie, if it automatically mutes the microphone or not. We normally leave it set to automatically mute the microphone when you play a movie, so that way you're not talking over the movie, but you can always unmute it. But I didn't want it to be movie, so I messed up. Anyway, so I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to embiggen them and bring them down. Oh, not that far. Command Z is undo. I'm going to bring them down about here and then biggin it some more. Stay down there, you people. Okay, I just want that much. Okay, so now those people are there, and there you go, call that a day. So now what I want to do on these people is press my hotkey, and I'm going to press C. So now whenever, yay, the crowd goes wild. Yay, the crowd goes wild. Yay, the crowd goes wild. You know what I'm saying? So you can do really cool stuff and make your show, your program, whatever, just kind of wicked. You can make it wicked. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. All right, now I'm going to go and get a sound. Let's see. Yes, GIFs work. I haven't had issues. Yo, that's peanut butter, Michael. Do not sidetrack me. That's peanut butter. We do not discuss peanut butter on this show. We're talking graphics interchange format, not giraffics interchange format. It has to be GIFs because the original word is graphics. I have no idea where people came up with peanut butter and GIFs, but those people are not cool. All right. Anyway, old school tech. We got feelings. All right. So that was an animated overlay. You saw the image overlay. Now let's get into some screen share overlays. For this particular case, I'm going to create a new scene. Now, when you go to create a new scene, yours is going to turn out like this, just black. As a matter of fact, I take it back. When you go to create a new scene, because of this video tab here, yours is out of the box set to camera. I don't like that. I set it to blank instead of camera. The reason why we have it set out of the box to camera is if you're brand new and you just download the program and you open it up, if it showed up with a black window, you'd be like, this doesn't work. And then you'd immediately have a support ticket. So we start with the camera so that people can see that it works. And then they can get their ideas and go from there. But now that you've downloaded it and now you're in the 21-day challenge, do yourself a favor. I don't think there's any like steadfast rules in Ecamm. Everything is your flavor. You do you. This one will save your bacon. It will make your life easier. Set it to blank. Anybody who's watched me do the demo over and over again would tell you, I say set it to blank. That guy will be your savior. Okay, so let me go back to this, take this particular scene and delete it, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to go plus, and we get a blank scene. Now, because of this blank scene, I have my beautiful graphic that we saved for the challenge. And it's here in a situation where it says show in background. Because if I put it in show and scene, let me bring this up, move this up here. Hey, okay, listen, you want to be mean? Bam. I'm going to delete these because they're confusing me. So I only have these two. Okay. The reason why, if I put it there and I create a new scene, the next scene will be blank again. So if I have this camera here and then I come over here and I have this camera here, when I go to create the new scene, I'm not going to have any background. However, let me put this here. So you notice this one is blank, right? This one has the background. But if I drag this down into showing background, now it's on both. You know what I'm saying? This is so fancy. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. So in this particular case, I am just going to use a large head presenter. And I want to do shape wide 9:16, right? So we're just going to call this that. This is my wide head presenter look. Okay. Now I want to add a lower third. So I'm going to hit the little pencil and I'm going to type in my name. Let's see, man, listen. Get your shortcut game together, folks. You just don't know how much a time saver that is. Now, here's how this works. If it doesn't really matter which two, this one is currently has the font size set to 72. I always take the second line and make it one smaller. It's really weird to explain this, but these fonts are all mathematics, and just the way the mathematics work, it is what it is. Like it's a weird explanation, but it just works. Okay. So I'm just making these even and put this one on regular and then this one on semi-bold. All right, so there's my little lower thread. This one is huge Magnus, so I'm going to shrink it to about that, and then I'm going to embiggen it to about that. And this is just what I do, right? Again, your style is your style. You do you, boo. Anyway. So that would be my scene and my lower third for this particular case. And if you notice, the show today has a total different look, total different lower third. It is all up to you, boo. You can do whatever you want. But let's just say, for the sake of doing this challenge, this is how I'm going to do it. Now, I like hotkeys because not all of you guys have Stream Decks. Most of us in the Ecamm fam, we have Stream Decks. But if you don't have a Stream Deck, then hotkeys is your move. So for this lower third, I'm going to click on the... Let me show you. Let me zoom in. So see this little thing right here, the little gray, you can barely see it. If you click it, that'll let you put a hotkey, and I'm gonna hit L because that's my lower third. So now if I type L on the keyboard, hey guys, Now I'm just even talking, and every once in a while, just one of these, and it's so cute, right? Okay. So that's what the hotkeys are for. So whenever you see these little boxes over here, let's go eeny, meeny, catch a meeny. So I want my number 1 scene. I'm going to hit 1. Number 2 scene, I'm going to hit 2. Number 3 scene, I'm going to hit 3. Ecamm español. All right. So then bam, 1, 2, 3. Gangsta 2L. 2L. Bingo. 1, 2, 3. So there you go. So let's go to 3. Let's get ourselves cute because we're trying to show people how to do this. So I'm going to take this little camera and put it there and then show you the next type, which is a screen share overlay. Hello. Let's put that right there. And then I will embiggen this out to size. And today I want to show you how to use Keynote. Let's open Keynote. I almost type in your last name, Jerome, and then everybody would have saw your phone number and your address. Let's give Keynote a second to open. It is launching in the background. Cool, right? Let me open the prezo. That presentation, of course, is iCloud, so it takes a second. All right, cool. I got Keynote. Here's Keynote, but I'm going to hide it on this screen over here. Actually, for this, I need to show you this first. In Keynote, one step you need to do first. Under the play window, you want to make sure that it is play in a window, not play full screen. So over here, come. Keynote, play, window, checkbox. Make sure that it's play in the window. It will save your beacon because when you press play, like such, you get a window. And then your notes, your I'm the cool person notes live over here. So let me move this out the way so I can go and click the pencil. And then under primary display, I'm going to click on Keynote and I'm going to click the name of the presentation. Bingo. Bingo, bango, pickle, mango. Now, let's just say in sub position, you want it to be a little bit cooler than that. All right. You can grab the Option key. That's the one on your keyboard next to Command. And you can tuck this in just a smidgen to hide the border. If you do not wish to see it, tuck it in. If you can't fix it, tuck it. Boom. Now that's tucked in. Everything looks gravy. Take this camera, slightly embiggen it, press on the pencil, take the perspectation and crank it back to like 40. And now take this guy, click it, take the presentation, take it to about 40. Let me embiggen this so I can see. Bingo. Now you have a professional looking professional. Bam. You look like a hero. You know what I'm saying? You just in there. You are just in there like the wares of swimming. It is just that simple. Now, don't forget, if you got questions, jump in at any time and posit said questions. I am superhuman. Can't read minds yet, though. So there's that. Now, here's what's cool. Remember, because we're playing this in the window, I can change my slides from the little Keynote guy, and it just works. You know what I mean? And I don't have to press anything in Ecamm. I don't have to break anything. Like, it just works. It is that cool. And my slides are here. I just have them on a different monitor. I just move them out the way. But it is key to note, this is important for those of you people who work on one monitor. You can't put it on the hidden things. In Mac OS, when you press like F3 on the keyboard and it goes and it gives you the expose and you can put it on hidden desktops, that doesn't work. Screen sharing on Mac OS can only show you screens that are illuminated. In other words, there's light shining through and you can see them. If you can see them on a monitor, you can share it. If they're hiding on a virtual display and there's no actual pixels being lit, you can't share that. It's a Mac OS twerk. It's nothing to do with us. All right, cool. So now you got your screen share, and this doesn't have to be Keynote. It can be Chrome, Final Cut, Logic, whatever you're into. If you are showing a recipe on how to make your Mimas gefilte fish, that works too, right? Boom. Jerry, why are you laughing? Okay, so what else did we miss, Andy? Like, I just want people to be able to do their recording and then get their videos up. That's kind of the primary, but again, we can go mad deep. We can go deeper. We can show you things. Tora, you've been to like 5 of these. What are we forgetting? I just want to make sure that everybody is knowing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Andy said, I think I covered all. Yeah, I just don't want people to get lost. Like, for the challenge, don't get crazy and try anything, too above and beyond your soul. However, if you want to go nuts, by all means, ask us and we can make sure that happens. We just want to make sure that this process is simple for you, right? Now, I cannot do a recording at the moment because I'm live. And if I do it, it's going to mess you up. But basically what happens is when this screen finishes, yes, when this scene finishes, you're going to have a little dialog box pops up and it's going to say show the file, upload it to YouTube, so forth, so on, etc. If you hit show file, it's going to bring you a folder full of your Ecamm live recordings. And as you can see over here, mine is a bit psycho. I have lots. I have absolutely lots. So you'll be able to get those. Oh, I know one that we wanted to show you. Andy, you just made me think about it. In Ecamm, under recordings, there is the ability to save a photo. Okay, so you're going to need a thumbnail for this particular video. So you're going to go like this. You're going to make yourself cute. And under recording, save a photo, it is Shift Command G. I hate that. I'm an old school Mac user. It's Command Shift G. Anyway, they're the same thing. It's just my brain goes Command first because anybody started on Apple II, you remember open Apple, close Apple? Yeah, Command. You know what it is. Anyway, so I'm going to use my fingers instead of the menu, Command Shift G. So what I'm going to do is put my fingers on the keyboard, then you're going to smile, and then take a picture, right? So let me click the Ecamm window to the front. That takes a picture. You see where it says photo saved? And in this case, I'll leave this window here so you can see it happen in real time. And of course, I have a Stream Deck button for that. See how I just made a new photo? So if you need a screenshot, if you need a thumbnail, there it is, right? It just makes the thumbnail. So that was another thing I wanted to make sure you guys know is that you can actually take the screenshot for the thumbnail for your videos. You can do it right in here because Facebook will ask you if you want to have a thumbnail. I think that covers it. Now, these are some important things to talk about before we run. Let me go to my capsule images and then let's go to here. Make a new scene. And I want to show you that for week 1, all you have to do today is record a video and publish it. You can publish it to YouTube. You can publish it to YouTube Unlisted. You can push it to Facebook, whatever. All we need you to do is to make your video today and upload it. Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to show you how to create and publish an awareness post. Again, this is using the 4-post strategy from Katie Brinkley, and it's dope. Just trust me, right? So you're going to be able to do that. On Wednesday, we're going to create and publish a tip post. On Thursday, you're going to create and publish a community post. And then on Friday, you're going to create and publish your action post. Not to be confused with an action post. That's 2 different things. And then contrary after that, let's do, what is the next slide? To make sure that you're getting all that you need to got, you want to scan this QR code and it will make sure that you're properly set up in the challenge hub. You want to be there. If you're not, it's not going to make any sense. So make sure you scan the little QR code. You can screenshot this, believe it or not, and then later you can just right click on the QR code and it will take you there. So it's important to get you squared up there. And then it's a reminder that we got badges. All you got to do is do all the stuff in week 1 and you'll get your badge. And he who badges the most badges has an opportunity to win some incredible prizes. We got prizes galore. And we want to make sure that you have an opportunity. Don't come last minute and say you didn't know you need to do this in order to do that because of that, and then miss these prizes, and then you won't have a chance to get, one of these bad boys. Look at that. You got prizes, right? You can win all myriad sorts of things. And of course, the fun one here is the Obsbot Tiny 2 Lite. I have him over here. He's a little wee guy. Hey, little man. Tiny is a really dope camera. You will like it. You will like it a lot. So make sure you're doing all the things. Make sure you're where you need to be, and then scan the hub. And of course, if you have questions, jump inside the Book of Faces. And right now, my Slack is going off because they're probably telling me stuff that I forgot to say. So let me just double check. Make sure they're not talking to me. I want to make sure you guys are getting everything you need to have. I don't want to hear anybody say you couldn't win because Doc forgot to tell you something important. This is not going to be part of the situation, right? Everything is going to work out properly because we got you properly informed. So again, if you have questions, you can reach out to us directly. There's a bunch of Ecamm people hanging about, teaching you all the myriad things. There's a bunch of Capsule people hanging about, teaching you all the myriad things. And there's really no excuse. I think as a creator, now is the absolute best time in the planet to be a creator because it's so simple. The tools that are out there to make this easy for you are just crazy. And when you dig deep in the side of you have me at the basics and then have me ditch the duck and go for, oh, there we go. Come on, Tor. You know what it is. You know what it is. Oh, yeah, I guess I should throw one of them in the prize pool. That's a good idea. Yeah. Once you start doing this, you'll see it's a momentum situation, folks. And this is the reason why we wanted to do the Motivational Monday, because it is legit a momentum situation. Once you start going, you will have a hard time stopping. It's almost like the once you can't stop. Was that Pringles? I think that's Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Content creation is so simple. It's a matter of popping up a phone and just going to town. It is that simple. Again, if you run into any questions, hit us up. Support desk at ecamm.com for difficulty ones. You can just ping us in the Facebook group. You can tag myself or Katie or Paul or Andy or Daniel or anybody you see with the hashtag EcammFam next to the face or Ecamm shirt in their icon. We got all of us. We're in there to get you started. It is legit, just fun. Fun. Have fun. Do not take this seriously. I saw people wanting a list and a checklist and do all these things and don't do that. Just create. Just create. Just create some stuff. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to peace out. Let me show you how to make one thing I didn't show you how to make. I'll show you how to make right now because this is one of my favorite things to make. Boom. We're going to come over here and I'm going to press on the old text box. Boom. Text box. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to turn off the background. I don't need it. None. Text margin border. None. And then here, boom, should learn how to spell. And then I'm going to hit big. Bingo. Right? I'm going to take like that. I'm going to embiggen it like such. And I'm going to find the middle. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? There it is. There's my middle. And then I'm going to go back into my Capsule Assets folder. And I'm going to get my little Shaka Zulu here. And then, let's see. I'll just leave it here in the corner. Bingo like that. We're going to call that a thing. And then we're going to get us a music to go out. I will show you guys because somebody probably doesn't know. Let me hit a new duplicate. Boom. And let's call this Chrome. C-H-R-O-M-E. Bam. And then I'm going to click on this guy and go to Chrome. We're looking at Facebook at the moment. And then we're going to go to R-T-L-I-S-T. This is my guy. You can do you. This is where I like to go. There's a bunch of many places. This is my favorite. Don't ask me why. I just like it. I like it a lot. Wait for my watch to ask me for the password. Oh, I see. My watch is not working. Boom, boom, boom. Let me move this out the way. All right, we're going to get us some music. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, that's just super goofy, but it works. Oh, I like this one. A little bit more fire. Bam. So I'm going to just download that. Download that. See, I'm just going to show you how easy this is, right? Ecamm is designed to make your job super, super simple. Like none of this should require a fight. I'm going to take this music and I'm going to drag it over here. Okay, it gives you a warning not to stream any copyrighted music. Bingo. All right, cool. I'm going to take this particular piece. I'm going to go to my end scene. Uh-oh. Did I break it? What did I do with my end scene? Maybe I deleted it. He's dumb. Oh, there it is. Bingo. This is why you got to name your scenes, people. People, stop texting me. I'm live. All right, we're going to go here. And then if I drag this here to here, like I literally pick it up and let it loose on the scene, it will play automatically when that scene goes. Okay, temporarily, I'm going to stop this. And then I'm going to stop it. Now watch this trick. This is where it gets cool. I'm going to bring up this little clock guy, and I'm going to set this guy for 30 seconds. Oh, you dumb. I'm going to set this guy for 30 seconds. And then, hey, stay there. There we go. I'm going to say auto start, and then I'm going to have it for like go to next scene when finished. And that will make it go away, right? So that way I can have a blank scene here, and then that tells me when to hang up the button. So when this timer gets, oh, you dumb, I did it bad, please. Hold on. Put that one there, and then put this one here. There we go. On this particular scene, I want to do, and then we're just gonna, that's good enough. I can call it that. So when this scene finishes, this tells me to press the hang up button. So that's how you can build it. If you put a movie in there, you can make it end on the movie, right? Yeah, you can, man, tell you it's a Mac program. You can drag and drop everything. This is Artlist. If you go to docrock.live/Artlist, you can get your little free trial on. I use Artlist for everything. Everything, right? It's just that cool. It legit is just that cool. All right. So now all we're going to do is tell you guys bye. Okay. So watch. When I come out of live demo mode and then I press this button, it should work the way I asked it to work. If I didn't screw up, I think I told it to start automatically. Oh, I know what I forgot to show you. Hold on. I'm going to stop this. Because what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to see the timer. So I'm going to take the timer and I could just hide it like behind the finger somewhere. Then you can't see it. But normally what we do is we just click on the pencil and then we go to edit the countdown and then we click on the text color and my crayons always end up on the other screen. Just take the opacity and drop it to nothing. Right? So that way, when it's there, I have to do this quick. Press on the color, turn the opacity down to nothing, and then it works. Oh, why are you being weird? That's what happens when you do auto start. Let me turn it off for a second. All right. That worked. And then grab the opacity, drop it to 0. And then say, okay. Now it's hidden. It's there, but it's not there. And then I can put it back on auto start. And then it'll go away when it's done. All right, there we go. Now we're cooking with Pam. Again, if you have questions at all, drop them in and we'll see. Oh, Jesus, why'd you do that, Doc? Man, I'm having messed up fun today. I woke up way too early. Anyway, we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Peace out. A-Town Stomp.